Perhaps can we have a big takbir from the students for Abdullah? Takbir. Thank you very much, Abdullah. Truly, a lot of inspiring stories that we can all learn from. Inshallah, the students sitting in front of me to be current SRC members would learn from these events and stories and would put them as their inspiration to become the best leaders they can, inshallah, this year. No doubt, as Mr. Kak said, last year and the year before and previous years, the SRC have engaged in many activities. And a big thank you for all the SRC coordinators who actually facilitated those activities. Mrs. Nasser and Ms. Al-Sheikh will go through a PowerPoint presentation quickly with you guys to show you some of the aims, purposes and activities of SRC. So welcome to the stage, Ms. Nasser and Ms. Al-Sheikh.
Assalamu alaikum. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mrs. Nasser, and I'm really excited to work with these wonderful students this year in the SRC. I'm also the class teacher of Core Orange. This morning I'm going to shed some light about the SRC, their aims, as well as explain how these lovely boys and girls came to be sitting here today. At Al-Nuri, SRC is a group of dedicated and driven students who are elected by their teachers and peers to represent the school. Their role is to organise functions and extracurricular activities to support the well-being of our students and our local community. As you can see, the SRC have three main aims. To provide a forum for student opinion, allowing students to have a say, represent their ideas, and discuss student matters. Secondly, to develop leadership skills through organising events and public speaking. And finally, in all they do, to promote an overall improvement in the school. So what does the SRC look like? The SRC is made up of 2 students who are elected from each class, from kindergarten through to year 11. However, there are slight differences amongst the years. The prefects elected from K to 2 rotate after 2 terms. So in other words, new prefects are elected in terms 3 to represent terms 3 and 4. From years 3 to 11, 2 prefects are elected from each class, and they remain the prefects until the conclusion of the year. Out of these prefects, elected are also 2 captains and 2 vice captains in both the primary and the high school. So how were these beautiful SRC students elected? From K to 2, the teacher elects 1 boy and 1 girl who is responsible and displays good behaviour and leadership skills. New students are chosen in terms 3 for a 2-term rotational basis. In year 3 and year 4, the teacher nominates 6 students, 3 female and 3 male, who also display the same above-mentioned qualities. These students then organise and run their own campaign before their class members vote for them, that being 1 male and 1 female from each class. From years 5 to 11, it's also slightly different, in that the students nominate themselves or nominate others based on who they believe would make a good leader. They also then run campaigns before 1 male and 1 female student are elected by their classmates. As mentioned before, the primary and high school both have 2 representing captains and 2 vice captains. These students are elected from the winning year 6 and year 11 prefects. The SRC then run a second campaign across the school before their peers vote for them. I'd now like to invite Mr. Al-Sheikh, who will discuss the responsibilities and expectations of the SRC. I look forward to planning and organising various school events this year with the SRC of 2014, inshallah. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Nessa. Assalamualaikum. I'm Miss Elchi, and I'm the 3 Blue classroom teacher as well. Okay, today I'll be going through the function. So the central function of the SRC is to ensure they are part of the school decisions. So it's not us as teachers that come up with the decisions. It's we get opinions and we go through that process. They not only share the ideas, but they also plan and advertise activities around the school. Through this, they have greatly enhanced their leadership skills, just like Abdullah and Mrs. Nassa have already pointed out, and also the community spirit. The key responsibilities for the SRC. They represent the student body in all areas. They respond to issues raised by the other school members, not only in their grade, but they listen to other grades as well. And we try to organise, coordinate and participate in not only school, but also community fundraising events, charity events. And as we can see right now, and we see on a daily basis, our SRC members have excellent behaviour in all areas, wherever we may be. They're always in our full school uniform, as you can see, our beautiful new school uniform. They also show positive role model characteristics, not only at school, but also in the outside world that we enter. They also make suggestions in ways they think the school can improve, and they create a relationship. We create a relationship with not only the teacher, but other students as well. Now, just like in every component in the school, there is certain expectations that we expect from our SRC members. Not only to wear full school uniform at all time, they also show willingness to assist others at all times, whether peers, whether it's teachers, inside the classroom, and also I'm pretty sure at home, they do show a willingness to help you. They are expected to show excellent classroom and playground behaviour. These are all have been outlined in the SRC contract that we have asked every single SRC member to sign, and parents were asked also to sign so that they are aware of what their students are getting themselves into. They also participate in school events, and the badge is expected to be worn every single day, as well as their school uniform, which they will receive today. Some events that SRC have participated in were the Walk Safely to School, where students were encouraged to walk to school instead of being driven or by bus. They were also, to promote healthy eating, we started Fruit-Free Week. So for the entire week, we were promoting healthy eating, healthy fruit, healthy vegetables, and they were given tokens. In those tokens, they were put in a raffle. Each grade were then raffled, a prize was raffled off, and some of your kids were the lucky winners. Red Nose Day, it was a mufti day, and a lot of merchandise was sold. They did a lot of advertising for these various activities, and they did a great job because we raised a lot of money, mashallah, for the great skills. Also, the Eid Festival, I'm sure you were a part of. So it was run by both the primary and the high school SRC, and as you can see in some of the photos, it was an outstanding event, and inshallah this year we'll continue to demonstrate excellent activities and continue on. So I look forward to working with all of your kids to further develop our SRC body. Thank you.
I now ask all the primary and secondary SRC students to stand up, please. together after 3. As you can see, the pledge is on the screen already. So we'll read the pledge together, inshallah. So after 3, boys and girls, 1, 2, 3. I think high school students are having a race with the primary, forgetting the age difference and how slower the primary read. So please, high schoolers, bear in mind you've got some 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds here who read a lot slower than you do. We come to the cream of today's ceremony, the really important moment where the elected members of SRC will be presented with their badges. So inshallah, I'll call you onto the stage year by year. As I call you, can you please have the girls on my right hand side and the boys on the left hand side, and I'll call on 2 members of the board to present the boys and the girls with their badges. So I'm going to first start with year 3. From 3R, Noor Khan, Faris Rain. 3 Blue, Hasna Najraman and Mohammed Zaida. 3Y, Layan Al-Asma, Ayman Shabir. 3 Green, Shane Abdul Qaeda, Ahmed Rustom. 3 Orange, Yasmin Al-Abdin, Zakaria Al-Nun. And 3 Purple, Rehan Gadesh and Karim Junaid. Now please call along Mrs. Rega and Mrs. Baki to present the badges to our students. A big round of takbir for youth, please. Thank you very much, youth friend. Thank you, Mrs. Raka and Mrs. Mackey. Moving on to Year 4 students. Year 4 Orange, Sumaya Haddad, Ali Bashir. 4 Green, Mariam Khair, Yusuf Al Sheikh. 4 Red, Mariam Hamouda, Omar Kaput. 4 Blue, Iman Yari, Abdullah Naim. 4 Purple, Maya Shwaiki, Ali Hamoud. 4 Yellow, Michelle Omar, and Imad Murhi. Can I please call on Mr. Lasky and Mrs. Zain to go on the stage to present those awards?
Der Eingang.
I might go and come back.
Okay, thank you very much for you fours, Mr. Zayn and Mr. Lesky. A big takbir for you four. Moving on to year 5 now. 5 yellow, Akila Ali and Jibril Majdalawi. 5 green, Aisha Adasi, Mohammed Khalil. 5 blue, Tasneem Khan, Zaid Aishi, Aish. 5 orange, Nadine Shahab, Alam Lababidi. 5 red, Diane Al-Sayed, Alam Merhid. And can I please call on Mr. Sankawi and Mrs. Al-Sheikh to give the badges to you fives. Okay, big thank you to our 5 students, Mr. Al-Sheikh and Mr. Sankawi. Takbir. Thank you, E5. Moving on to 6 students. 6th grade, Mohammed Rifai, Rania Sankawi, Vice Captain. 6 yellow, Aliyah Alawi, Jibril Al-Sheikh. 6 blue, Daniela Rustom, Jacob Gomrawi, Captain. 6 red, Fajia Kawi, Captain. And Firaz Danawi, and also Jibril Al-Sheikh was Vice Captain. Can I please call on Ms. Nessa and Mr. Kak to come present their badges.
You notice every now and then the screen shakes. You know what it is. Air conditioning. That's why you know the conditioning. Shakes the whole thing. It shakes the
Thank you, six students. Thank you for your six students. Thank you, Mr. Kak and Ms. Nasa. We're almost there. Remember, for our house schoolers now, that's her, and that goes for the primary. Being elected is the first step in you being leaders. It is very important now that you've taken that first step, you've nominated yourself, and you've campaigned hard for this position, and you have been elected. It's important that you fulfill the hopes and the visions of those who elected you. And it's important that you do set the best of role model for those who trusted you to be their leaders. So I'm going to, without further ado, call our two captains for high school this year, Mariam Shabi and Ahmed Koto, to outline their vision of their leadership this year. Thank you.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله